Mag-exercise muna tayo ba? Ayan ang aming apartment dito sa loob. Dito sa loob ng aming apartment. Bali park lang siya. Dito sa loob ng apartment ba? Maglakad-lakad muna tayo. Walang masyadong ngayon, naglalakad-lakad. Basta kayo dyan, guys. Ngayon lang tayo nakalabas. Ang ganda dito, guys. Tingnan niyo. Puro green kasi siya. Ang ganda niya dito. Ayan, green na green siya pa. Kaya dito gustong gusto ko siya rito eh. Kasi green siya. Green siya, diba, guys? Ang ganda niya. Ang ganda ng mga puno. The trees are waving. The trees are waving at us. There are only few who are doing a quick walk today. I woke up late because yesterday I watched some documentaries and some TV shows also. I like that they put the bench in here, so whenever you're walking and you got tired, then you can actually sit in the bench. There's the bench there, the bench in there. Actually, I like the bench here. It's actually just new, so whenever we are walking here, we can actually sit for a while and, you know, just rest. How are you guys? How's your weekend? I'll just do a quick walk here in the park. This is the park where we live. Actually, our apartment is near this park, so we are really lucky because we don't need to go to very far area just to, you know, exercise. And our place is near the mountain. There is a mountain there, and also there is a river. It is actually a Kum River. And lots of people during weekends, they do try to hike there near the river too. I saw some families who are actually hiking together, and sometimes old couples also. Old couples are walking together. There's also a dam. a dam near our place. And going there also, the past is really good. And you can see the big part of the river, the Kum River. Look at the mountain. Wow, and look at the sky, guys. The sky looks amazing. Although it's a little bit cloudy today, I think later it will actually rain. I just bring my umbrella so that if ever it will rain later, I am ready. My children are still sleeping. Although I already prepared their breakfast already, so I can actually, go out and have a quick walk. So I'm actually a little bit late today. Hi, Nihon! Drift Edits. How are you? Do you like hiking in the morning or during weekends? So usually I do try to hike during weekdays in the morning. So it's just a quick walk actually. And I do try to hike longer during weekends. Yeah, in the morning, usually in the morning. And if I was not able to walk in the morning, then I'll try to, walk with my children in the evening. Yeah. So we will just have a quick snack. And then after that, I usually bring some water and juice and some bread so that if they will get hungry, then I can actually just give them the snacks. Because usually when we walk together during evenings, actually before evening, so usually we walk like 6 p.m. to 7 or past 7 with my children. And actually they get hungry so fast. So if it happens, then I need to have juice or snacks, or else they want to go home and my youngest daughter will cry and get irritable. So I usually have my small snack packs whenever we go there. Look at this, guys, right? It really looks amazing in here. Maybe I will try to take a photo later. Whenever I actually go walking, I try to stop because I love taking photos of nature, flowers, yeah, trees. I think it's my hobby also, taking pictures while I'm walking. It's kind of, refreshes my mind. So before I start my day, because later I need to prepare some things for my work tomorrow and do some errands also. Look at this tree. Oh, the branches actually, they're getting weak, I think, and the leaves are not. Oh, I think maybe it's too old. So that is why the branches are getting weak. Look at this, guys. Look at that. It looks really pretty. Here also it looks good. So later, after I do my live, I will just try to take a photo. Do you believe that money can buy happiness? I heard this quote actually, and it says that if you have a lot of money, it can actually make you happy. Look at that. It looks so pretty. Wow. Amazing greenery. I think this is the Bodne tree. Bodne tree, usually they have the long leaves like a hair, and they can only grow near the river. So I have this quote actually. I have some questionnaires with me, and I read this quote that money can buy happiness. I think nowadays, to be practical, of course, if we don't have money, then it will cause a lot of struggles, financially speaking. And if you don't have a work, and you're actually just staying at home and just waiting and doing nothing, and you're not earning also, I think it's not, being productive. And nowadays, most people, or most young people, especially here in Korea, they prefer to marry if they are already stable and they have a stable job, if they have a savings. And for the woman, they do try, they prefer a man who has more savings and a stable job. Yeah, they prefer to date a man who has a better job, a stable job, and also if he's lucky, then if he has a house or a car, then it is much better. I think because long time ago, our parents, they've been they already suffered all the consequences of marrying at a young age and having nothing, and they have the struggles financially. So I think, they try to tell their children that if they are going to marry, then it is better if they have their work, if they have a stable job. Because for you to be able to build your own family, especially here in Korea, sometimes marriages are arranged by the parents, and both need to be agreed by both parents, actually. Not only the couple, but it needs to be agreed by both parents. So actually, I heard that one of the richest family here in Korea, the daughter, one of the richest family, the daughter of the popular company here in Korea, she married her bodyguard. She fell in love actually with her bodyguard, and her parents actually, because she's like a princess, she's like a princess to her parents, and she'd been studying abroad also. You know, she is, her level actually is not a regular average person, because she came from a rich family. And of course, because she came from a rich family, she have a bodyguard. So this bodyguard of hers, they have a connection. They build a connection actually. They like became friends, and because they go together every day, she needs to take her everywhere she goes. So it is actually very easy to, you know, fall to someone if you are always together. So I think that is why she fell in love with him. And his parents actually doesn't like the idea of her having a relationship with this guy. There's someone who climbs in the tree. She's climbing in it. He's climbing in the tree. I think he wants to take something. 그거 산딸기인가요?
오디요.
그거 먹어도 돼요?
예?
이거 먹어도 돼요?
예, 예전에는
아,
꽤 많이 먹었어요. 근데 지금 여기 오디가 좋네, 여기는.
아하. 아이고, 조심하세요. There's a grandpa and he's climbing the tree. He told me that actually they can eat it before they can eat that kind of berries. But nowadays people, you know, doesn't eat. So mostly old people only. They try to take the fruit of that tree. It's like wild berries. Hi, Ilsa goat. Ilsa the goat, how are you? Ilsa the goat and Nihon Drift edits. I'll try to go to your accounts later, guys. So I'll try to screenshot your accounts. I just have one gadget, so I can actually not go yet. Yeah, so maybe later I'll try to check it. How are you guys? So as I was saying, you know, this girl from the rich family, she fell in love with her bodyguard, and the parents actually doesn't want that they will have this special relationship or they will have a romance, and they actually did everything so that they will break up, but then it didn't succeed. So still actually they get married. And then when they get married, actually, of course, the husband who was his bodyguard before, bodyguard and a driver. Of course, he have the power now because he's the husband now. He has the power now to work also in the company. So I heard that he have a position in the company of this girl's parents. And this man actually, instead of being thankful that he is married. Yeah, I'm a Filipina. Powwow. Powwow 100. Hi. I usually speak in English here in YT because I forgot all the vocabularies actually. You know, because I'm teaching small kids. I actually teach in kindergarten, so I only use easy words so that they can actually, just the basic English, that they can actually understand me. So also for me to, develop my communication skills in English, instead of speaking straight Tagalog or straight Filipino language, I try to mix it with English. And sometimes almost 80% I try to speak in English. Yeah. So that at least I can develop my communication skills in English. Yeah, because I already forgot a lot of vocabularies nowadays. Do you always wake up beautiful like that? Oh, thank you for your kind words. I actually love walking in the nature with nature in the morning, so I try to go, at the back of our apartment. There is the small, it's like a forest actually, and it's near the mountain, and there's also a river here. Yeah, so actually it rains yesterday, so that's why the river is a little bit higher than usual, the water level. Yeah, it is a little bit higher. Before, they try to cut all the weeds in here, but I think today, this month actually, they still didn't cut it yet. So maybe I think later this month, because they know that there's a lot of family who try to walk and hike in here, and sometimes there are some who is fishing also there. So actually, if it's really clean and they cut all the weeds here, it is really good to, put a camping chair here or do some fishing. Yeah, and just sit down. Here there's a stone. Before, this stone is the weeds are all cut and you can actually sit in this stone. Yeah, but now the weeds are growing, so actually you cannot sit. Yeah, look at that. The weeds are growing in here. So actually that is why. I think these are the berries that the grandpa is trying to take. So he was actually climbing in that tree. Yeah. The grandpa that I saw a while ago, he was trying to climb the tree. Because those wild berries actually, I heard that they're really good. They're really healthy. Sometimes they put sugars on it, and they put a lot of sugars, and later on you can actually make it as a juice, kind of juice, a refresher during summer days, because it is almost summer here. Yeah. It's actually summer because it is June. The summer starts already. Thank you, Powell. I'll try to visit you later. Can you see the trees? I love the greenery a lot. So in the morning, I'll try to walk a lot. Yeah. Here you go, guys. Look at that. The trees looks really amazing. And the flowers also. Yeah, I love the flowers. Even though I forgot the names of this. We have some names of the flowers at home. So actually me and my youngest, we are studying it. So the kinds of the flowers and the names of it. Yeah, but still, because the names of the flowers are difficult to remember. Yeah. But I do love them a lot. There are also some people who are hiking there. Yeah, I think I can show sometimes I can show some old couples who walk here. During my first time to walk in this place, I was really afraid to walk alone. And I was thinking like it's like a jungle. It's kind of like a jungle. And because in our country there's a lot of snakes. So I was thinking, oh my God, how can I walk in there? It looks like a jungle, and maybe what if there is a snake there? And I'm alone walking. But actually, I saw this old couple, grandma and grandpa, and they are walking together. And I was like, oh, I'll try to go with them. So I was actually following them. That was my first time to walk in here. And I was surprised that after this kind of like a jungle place, and then you can see a clean field, like a soccer field in there. So after that, actually there's like a soccer field there, and there's a lot of, during the weekends you can see a team who is actually playing soccer. Yeah, so I realized, it's actually not too dangerous to walk in here because it's just a small path. It's like a tunnel, a tree tunnel that you can walk. And then after, crossing this path, then you can actually see the field wherein there are a lot of young people, young guys who are actually playing soccer there. Look at that, guys. What kind of tree is it? I don't know what kind of tree is this. Yeah. It looks amazing. The tree looks amazing. There's a lot of, what is this? A kind of tree. What is this kind of fruit? It's kind of fruit, actually. I like to take a photo if I'm walking. I think this tree has the same, look at this. It's still green, so I think this tree has the same fruit of this tree, I think. Look at that, guys. The tree looks amazing. Yeah. Oh, it looks so pretty. Hi, Love Kanda. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Powwow. Thank you for walking with me. Hello, Nihon, Drifidilits, and Isa Dagot. How are you guys? Do you like walking with nature? So actually, I was talking about there is a quote that money can buy happiness. And I was actually talking about this girl here in Korea, and she's like a princess. She came from a very rich family, and she fell in love with her um, bodyguard and driver, and they actually developed this relationship that leads to marriage. And after that they get married, this guy, he's actually not thankful at all, but he took, I think he took advantage of the power that he got from the family of the girl. Yes, because he knows that this girl really loves her a lot, really loves him a lot. Yeah. So actually, I think instead of being grateful that he is married now to this girl and he has more connections and more power than when he was a bodyguard, but he actually, I think he is overwhelmed by the love of this girl and the attention that he is getting from the media, from the press, or from the people. So he's like a Cinderella boy. You know, you were just an average person and suddenly you get married to a rich family, and this girl really loves you a lot. And that is when the problem started actually. So this guy drink a lot, meet his friends, enjoying his life, and this girl, her wife, is doing everything. She's working hard for the family. She's earning money, even though the guy is trying to earn money also, but at the same time he's trying to spend a lot of money on things that he wants to do. He's just enjoying his life. It's like, you only live once. He has this on his mind, so he is enjoying everything that his wife has, all the wealth that is in front of him. So because of that, actually, and I think if you're a woman, I think it's not good also that you show this too much attention to your husband or to your man or to your boyfriend, because if you do so, then they will get overwhelmed by the attention that they're getting from you. And because of that, they will actually take you for granted, you know. And because some men, they do like to pray, and if you are easy to get, then actually they don't like it. I think they prefer someone who is really hard to get. So if you are giving too much attention to them and they know that they are in control of the relationship, then that will lead to the failure of the marriage. And that is what happens there, actually. So actually this guy, he's been having a relationship with other women, and he doesn't care. He actually doesn't care with his wife at all. And they are always having a fight that actually lead to divorce. And when she divorces him, actually, the man also can get some of the money from her. Yeah, and it's it is a failure for the wife, actually. Yeah, because she believes that this man will actually love him fully. And but it didn't happen actually, because this guy, when he got married to her, he gets overwhelmed by all the attention and the power that he have. Yeah, and he was not grateful at all. Yeah, he just enjoys it. So I think actually the quote that says money can buy happiness, it actually depends. And I don't actually believe it. Yes. Of course, if you have the money, then it can actually pay for your, the things that you want to buy, and you can go to a trip and you will be contented and happy also. But if you're actually talking about the totality of the happiness that you want to get, I think it's not. Yeah, because just by hearing the news of this girl who has a lot of money, she's like a princess. She came from a wealthy family, and she has all the wealth, you know, to share with his new husband. But still, yeah, there's no effect. Actually, the marriage fails. So money can buy happiness is, I think it's just, it's just kind of a thinking, actually. And still depends on us. If we have money, then it is good, and it will make our life more comfortable. Because if we don't have money, our life will be miserable also. I think money is just a tool. It is a tool that we can use to make our life better. So we can actually make the money as our main, because sometimes some people, they think that money is kind of God. Yeah, they look up to it, and they think that if they don't have it, they cannot be happy at all. For me, money is just a tool. It can add up for our life to be better, but we cannot actually fall deeper, that we always need to spend all our time just to earn money. Yeah. We also need to find time to enjoy and spend quality time, a real quality time with our family, and not always just trying to strive hard just to get a large amount of money. Yeah. It is too quiet in here, so that is why I really love it here. And I can actually just hear the chirping birds. The grandpa that I saw there was already left, but I saw that he actually brought a lot of, I think he put it on the pocket that he has. Oh, there's another. Oh, I think he's a foreigner. Yes, I think he's a foreigner because he looks like an Indian. I thought I'm walking alone because it is already late. It is actually almost past 9 o'clock, but still there's still some of those who are still walking in here. There's a lot of berries here. You see it, guys? I don't see what is this kind of berries. Oh, there's some girl who is riding a bike. Look at the flowers. The flowers look amazing. So actually, I felt really sorry for that, girl when I heard the news, and I actually saw it in internet. Yeah. It was actually a shock from everyone around her when it happened to her, because they thought that when she get married to this guy, you know, he will be faithful. He will be faithful to him, but then it doesn't happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen. He was not faithful at all. I mean, the guy who married this rich girl, yeah, he was not faithful at her because she tries to have a relationship with a lot of women at the back of his wife, while he is giving a lot of money to him, and he is enjoying all the wealth of his wife's family. So instead of being grateful and thankful, he just took advantage of it. So I think that is his real character. That is his real character, I think. That he was just hiding when they are still girlfriend and boyfriend. Yeah. And when they actually get married, then his mask, he took off his mask. Yeah. This actually what I was talking about to you guys. This is after, so after you walk on this tree tunnel, then you can actually see that there are some, there are some man who is actually they're playing the soccer, and they're playing soccer there. Can you see it, guys? This is the field that I'm talking about. So during weekends, I try to take my children here, and they do play in here because it is a large field, actually. When I'm walking, I actually try to hear the chirping birds a lot, even though I'm talking. So that's why I'm talking in a really calm voice to you guys, because I also try to hear the sounds of the birds and the air breeze. I try to, feel it. Yeah, so that's why I don't like to talk in a loud voice. So I prefer to just talk in a small voice when I'm walking. So I can actually still hear the birds chirping. Yeah. And feel the forest, the trees. I can still feel the trees actually. And the air breeze from the river. So actually I'm having a live now for almost 47 minutes. Yeah, it's almost 50 minutes already there. Anyway, guys, I hope that you will have a happy weekend. I think my live is already long. I just try to pick a quote that I can share with you if it's really true that money can buy happiness. But for me, actually, it is not. It still depends on us. It depends on how we choose to be happy, actually. Because it is our choice every day to be happy. Every day, we have a lot of things to do and deal with, and we need to deal with a lot of people too. And sometimes we need to deal with this. For example, me as a mom, sometimes my children are really irritable if they are not able to get things that they wanted to. And if I'm not able to give it to them, then sometimes they're really irritable. So it is my choice, actually, how to react or how to respond to that chaos. Because it's just actually an everyday routine dealing with your children's turmoil, you know, because they have their ups and downs, and they're still trying to control their temper, and they're still trying to learn about how to process properly their emotions. And I think it's actually not easy to do as a child, and for us actually as an adult also. Sometimes it is not easy to process our emotions too. and how we deal with it. So I think choosing to be happy, it is up to us. Choosing to be happy every day, actually. Me, as a mom of 2 children, and I have a very active uh, daughter and son. They're really active. So before we went to the church, and actually the priest wife, she actually saw my son, my eldest son. He was, so after the church, actually after the speech, after hearing the Sunday speech from the priest, so we can have the lunch together with all the church members. And we were actually sitting in on the table waiting for the line to clear up. Yeah, so actually when we are getting our lunch during the time, my son is actually, running through the um, to the kitchen, to the dinner room of the church. So while he was running, and then the wife's priest, she actually told me, oh my God, that is why you cannot gain weight, because your son is really, really energetic. Yeah. And they were actually surprised to so, because I'm not always present on church, because the church is far from us. So it will actually took me 1 hour, 1 hour and a half by car to get to the church. And it was actually not easy to do. So once in a while we will go to this church and spend time with them also. And the priest wife, she was actually shocked to see my son. But actually nowadays he's okay. Before he was really very energetic. And I was really actually exhausted sometimes, because when I finish my work during weekdays and I need to deal with my son, who is still has a lot of energy. Yeah. And it was actually not easy for me too. But I think reading a lot of books and listening to a lot of podcasts on how to deal with your energetic child, because my youngest also, she's energetic too. Yeah, I actually learned a lot from it too, on how to deal with their tantrums, because they have their tantrums always, because they're still a child. Although my son nowadays, he is a teenager, so he can control his emotions better than before. And even though he is more stubborn nowadays because he has his own opinion, but still it is more easier to talk to him. Yeah, than my youngest, because my youngest, they actually my son and my daughter, they have 7 years age gap. So their thinking is different from each other. So they do arguments a lot, and they fight with each other too. So as I say, the quote that I read, like that money can buy happiness. Yeah. It is actually depends on us how to live happily every day, even though it is, it is not easy to do so, because we have to deal with a lot of things every day, and sometimes we get really furious or disappointed, but still it is our choice how we react or how we respond on those situations. Anyway, guys, I think my life is really long enough, and I just actually got this quote that money can buy happiness, but I think it depends on us. So I just want to actually share my thoughts about it too. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you will have a happy weekend. Bye, guys.